I'm a dreamer. Vast visions, grand goals, and far-reaching dreams. I always have been, and I always will be. But reaching all those dreams can be quite difficult. I think we're all dreaming of something, wishing we had something that we don't, or to be somewhere where we're not, or maybe to get somebody we don't have. I think inside each and every one of us there is a feeling brewing underneath the surface, a feeling that says that there is something on the horizon, just out of reach. But if we try to get a bit closer, then just maybe, we will be able to touch it. I'm a believer that if I can dream it, I can achieve it. But how do I get there? How do I achieve that goal that feels so unreachable from where I'm currently sitting? So I want to share how I set my goals and intentions for the year as a solopreneur, entrepreneur. And I do this every year. So towards the end of the year and then beginning of the year, I do a practice to review the past year and to set my goals and intention for the new year. So I think we all have dreams, but in order to actually achieve them, we kind of need a plan and we need to do something about it to get there. And I have been a person who always had big dreams, and actually a lot of them have been fulfilled. I have achieved a lot of my dreams, and a lot of them I have not achieved yet. And I don't have the recipe for what the best way is to achieve a dream, but I have a lot of experience from trying and failing, so I just want to share how I do it. And I think the process that I'm in right now is working really well. So I just want to share how I do that. So I use two approaches when I set my intentions and goals for the year. So the first one I would say is more like tuning into my feminine energy. And what I mean by that is I think more around how do I want to feel this year? How do I want my ideal day to look like? So in a way it's more like fluffy or unspecific. It's more around an overall feeling for the year. Sometimes I want to rest. I need relaxation. I need to hibernate. I want to rest and gain energy. And sometimes I feel I have a lot of energy and I want to spend that and I want to do a lot of things. Those are two completely different years and a feeling around the year. And then after I have set my feminine energy intention, then I move on to being more goal oriented. So then I bring in the masculine energy where I am more specific and tangible. So I set specific goals I want to achieve for myself and something tangible that I can then measure later in the year.
What are you doing? Oh my god! I'm testing out our app for the first time on a real phone.
When I have done these two things, I like to pick one word for the year. And this word acts like my North Star. So it's a word that I keep as my password on my laptop. I look at this word multiple times during the year. It's almost like a mantra. And what I mean when I say my North Star is that it's like the ultimate goal for the year. So meaning that any big decisions I'm gonna take throughout the year, I'm gonna ask myself, does this align to my North Star? If I take this route will I come closer to my North Star. If it doesn't lead me closer to that, then I shouldn't do it. And of course, it's easier said than done, but it's good to have a North Star. And this practice is something that I've taken a lot of inspiration from Yoga Girl. So she has a podcast every year where she does this practice and she goes super in depth to it. So if you're interested to know more about that, I highly recommend her podcast From the Heart. It's really good and I have taken so much inspiration from her. And the last step is to take my intentions and my goals and my word for the year and make them visual in a mood board. So I go to Pinterest and I try to find images that matches my specific goals, and I want to find images that encaptures the feeling that I want to get when I reach that goal. It's like I need to see it before my body knows how to get there. I don't know, it's weird, but it really helps me to see it. So I make a mood board of all my goals, and I also keep that as my background on my laptop, and I keep looking at it throughout the year just to remind myself of the goals and also have them as mantras. So I'm gonna show you my mood board for 2024, and it's cringe. I'm already regretting that I'm showing you this. It's very private and personal, and I mean, to be honest, when I do this mood board at the beginning of the year, I feel like a child again. I bring out the play and I'm just having fun with it, almost like scrapbooking. Anyway, this is my mood board for 2024. And as you can see, I'm not gonna go into details of this, it's too boring. But as you can see, it's like a mix of private, like health stuff combined with goals for my companies and my work life. And I think it's important to keep a holistic practice and not just be too focused on business or too focused on money, and to, think of all aspects of life. Yeah, those are the steps that I do to set my goals for the year. But in order to get to this stage, I actually have to do something before that's really important. And that is to evaluate the year before. Because I think in order to know where I'm going, I first need to know where I am. So just like when I use a map and I put in that I want to go to this point B over here, I first need to check where's point A, where am I currently now, and then where do I want to go, and once I have those 2 points, then I can start to figure out how do I get there. And in order to do that, I need to reflect. And again, I use the feminine and the masculine energy. So I look at how did I feel last year? What was my overall feeling for the year? And then I look at more the masculine. Okay, so which of the goals did I achieve? What were my successes? But also, where did I fail? Which goals did I not reach? And sometimes I can look at those failures and I really need to learn something. There's an important lesson. And sometimes I can look at them and be like, well, this goal is not even aligned with me anymore. I'm just going to cross this off the list. It's not a failure. It's something that I don't want anymore. That happens as well. We set goals and then we realize this goal was not for me. So if I were to sum up 2024, it was an overall good year for me. It was one of those years when I kind of got everything I asked for. So I set up a lot of goals, a lot of big goals, and most of them came true. Most of them I achieved, which is not every year that happens, but this year it was, and I feel really, proud and happy about all the good things that happened. But it was also a year when I struggled a lot with my mental health, which is always a big struggle for me. I also struggled a lot with my knee. I have a knee injury that is still affecting me, and I'm living with pain and challenges around my knee that impacts a lot of other stuff around my health, so that was definitely pressing this year as well. And it was also a year where I said yes to a lot of things. well, I asked for a lot of things and I got a lot of things, and I said yes to a lot of things, which meant a lot of work. And so one of the reasons I decided to leave corporate to run my own businesses was because I didn't want to work so much, constantly being burnt out. I wanted more time for my hobbies and for life and friends and family, and not just work all the time. And then this year I had a lot of positive things happening to my businesses, and which meant that I was working around the clock. And then the reflection at the end of the year was like, well, you know, if I'm just working and burning myself out running my own businesses, then what's the point? So I don't think it was a year when I was able to have a lot of balance, but it was a year when a lot of good things happened. And it was really a crazy year. Like, I did everything from teaching yoga to running AI workshops with literally some of the world's largest companies, to building websites, to editing videos. And it was just a crazy fun year, but it meant a lot of work and I felt very scattered. I was all over the place, and I think when you spread yourself too thin, then it's difficult to do each thing with very high quality. So I think quality gives in to quantity, and the 2024 for me was like quantity, a lot of quantity and a lot of different things. So overall it was a good year, and I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I got. But looking into 2025, something that I am embracing this year is to say no more. Meaning do less, but do more quality of the things that I do. So not spreading myself too thin, essentially, and being more focused. And one of my key focuses this year is video creation and YouTube, hence this stories series. Another big focus for me for 2025 is to really tuning in and focusing on my intuition. And that might sound super weird. I don't know how many of you who are watching on this channel right now are into this thing with spirituality. I come from a country where we are not very, the religion is not very strong in Sweden, and I didn't grow up in a religious community. So I wouldn't call myself religious, but in my adulthood I have found my own spirituality, and I would say that I'm a spiritual person, and I'm really interested in yoga and Buddhism. And I love talking about the universe and energies and manifestations and all of that. So that's something that has become increasingly important in me, and especially as an entrepreneur, where I'm trying to create something that feels impossible. I'm trying to create new things that doesn't exist. And it requires some sort of belief into something that's bigger than me, honestly, to be able to do that. So my spirituality practice has become even more important as an entrepreneur, really. But then on the masculine side, I'm not fully done with my exact concrete goals for 2025. I'm still working on that mood board and my actual goals. And maybe I'll make a video about my actual goals for 2025 later. I don't know if it's interesting. We'll see. To finish off this video, I have put together a summary or a tribute to my 2024. It's a collection of my favorite photos and videos that I took in 2024, organized month by month. So in a way, for me, it's just a tribute to my year, and to bring that to life. Because, I take so much videos and so much photos everywhere I go, but usually it just sits in my phone or on my hard drive. And I just wanted to make a montage and just putting all that together. I don't think it's super interesting to other people, so you might just want to skip that part, to be honest. But if you're into photography and videography and you want some inspiration, then you're welcome to continue watching. But this maybe last part is more for myself and having that as a memory on my channel. Anyway, that's it for this video, and thank you so much for watching, and especially if you made it all the way to this part of the video. I'm really excited to have you here, and I'm assuming that you also have big dreams of your own, and I would love to hear them. So if you do have dreams that you're working towards, tell me in the comments if you have challenges getting to those dreams. Even better, tell me and we can talk about it. I'm really interested in creating a community here with other people who are trying to make their own career as a solopreneur, entrepreneur, freelancer, you know, trying their own luck, and other content creators. So if you are one, then welcome here, and I'm really excited to connect. So just reach out. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
May I have peace to accept what I can't change, courage to change the things I can, wisdom to know the difference.
Maybe our lives were not meant to collide from the start, but who could foresee the fall? Maybe it's time to decide what to do with the fact that it happens to us all. From time to time it all comes around, and no one knows the end. We're all building bridges slowly, tearing them down fast to start over. We're all trying to come over memories of the past and start over. The past can start over. Start over. Stay alive to prevent all the chaos, but happiness can't wait. And maybe it all would come clear if we knew how to act for each other's sake. From time to time it all comes around, but no one knows the end. We're all building bridges slowly, tearing them down fast to start over. We're all trying to come over memories of the past and start over. We're all building bridges slowly, tearing them down fast to start over. We're all trying to